Hello and welcome back to Frosthaven. I say welcome back because I've already made a video on this a couple of weeks ago, and this is the new version. This is the early access release, and it is now out on Steam. This video is kindly sponsored by Arc Games, and if you'd like to check it out, there is a link in the description. And I gotta say, this is gonna be incredibly fun because there is actual co-op online multiplayer available in the game, as well as a number of unique characters. We're currently playing with 2 of them, but you can select more. For example, we have the ability to add the BONESHAPER to our party, or the Deathwalker, or the Blinkblade, or the Geminate, and they all have various abilities, affinities, traits, and statistics, and they're all extremely unique in the way that they play. Now, technically, what we could do is we could play as the BONESHAPER. What do you think? Shall we add the BONESHAPER to our party and play with a new class that I've never played with before? I think that may seem like a pretty fun idea. You can see here that they have actually done a bit of a rework, a bit of an improvement on the UI of the cards, and made things a little bit easier to understand, which I very much appreciate. And indeed, as you can see, this particular character has the ability to summon skeletons. Yes, as you can see here, you can summon shambling skeletons. And for me personally, I think this is going to be incredibly cool. Most notably because basically what the BONESHAPER has available for her is the ability to summon these skeletons, but she's going to be taking damage. However, if you use life in death, that can prevent the next 3 sources of self-damage that would be done to her. So this is really, really cool. So let's do it, shall we? Let's do it. So we're just going to take her and we'll just call her Lilith or something like that. And then we're going to be going for a complete 5 different quests that require boat, climbing gear, or sled. Let's do it. Then we can choose what we want to have with her. I think we'll probably go for Circle of Elements, maybe, or I don't know, actually. To be honest, I feel like Heater Shield might be the way to go here. I think we will go for the Heater Shield, and we could then go for the Winged Shoes if we want. Yeah, we could do that to avoid traps and stuff like that, I think. Yeah, so why not? We could do that. And yeah, let's do it. There you go. So now she's joined us. As you can see, now she's joined us, which is absolutely fantastic. So now she's joined. We can now go over to the world map and we can choose a new available quest. As far as I'm aware, you can go into the quests that you've already completed. I'm not sure if you can do this to, you know, scavenge additional gear and equipment and things like that, which I personally think would be a pretty cool idea if that is indeed what you can do. It does say that you can start it, so I'm going to assume you can, but I'm going to do something a little bit new here, and we're going to go after a group of Algox raiders. And we have an event! As we were traveling, the treacherous road ahead of you is blocked by a tattered blue blanket stretched across the path. Your approach disturbs the Inox under it, who jumps up in surprise. Wasn't expecting to see others out here. You from Frosthaven? I used to be from there, but haven't been back in a while. He rubs the grey fur on his chin thoughtfully, which irritates one of the long scratches running down his face. A bit of blood oozes out, and he sees your concern. That? Oh, it's nothing. Was cold last night, bedded down with an Algox, what they call sharing a horn. Turned on me in the morning. Buyer's remorse, eh? He smiles in a way that suggests he hasn't smiled around people for some time. You know, I used to work in Frosthaven's lumberyard. I've got some skill with a saw. Would be willing to teach you, if you've got something edible to trade, or maybe you've got something warm to wear. We can offer him herbs for woodcutting skills, or offer him hides for woodcutting skills. Well, as far as I'm aware, I don't have any herbs, do I? I don't think I have any hides either. No offense, but I think you've overstayed your welcome. See you when you've got something worth swapping for. Yeah, I didn't have either thing, unfortunately. So this is where we pick a battle goal. So battle goals are obviously different from life goals in that they have to be completed in the following encounter, which is indeed what we're going to try to do here. So let's take a look. Perform an ability targeting an ally before your first rest and in between each of your rests. Wow, okay, that's maybe a little bit harsh for me. Gain 13 or more experience before any bonus quest experience. Or collect more loot bags than any other hero. Let's do that. And then we have for Brogo here, never have your health drop below half your maximum health value rounded up. Okay, that might be a bit difficult for me. Kill an enemy with an attack that would have caused at least 4 more points of damage than necessary. And take only short rests during the quest. Let's do Dynamo. I think that sounds pretty good. Be targeted by attacks from 3 or more enemies in the same round. Kill an enemy attacked by any of your allies earlier in the same round. Or kill an enemy not adjacent to you while you are adjacent to another enemy. We'll go with assistance. Let's begin.
They'll be tired from the raid, so this is your moment.
Satha had explained, pointing you toward the foothills of the Copperneck Mountains, where her scout tracked the Olgok's attackers.
I doubt you'll be able to fight them all on your own, but maybe you can find another way to subdue them if you get close. On the other hand, they'll be worn out after this little battle, so feel free to test your luck. Just remember, even a tired Elgox is strong enough to rip someone in two.
You head to the area indicated by the scout, following the Olgox's trail toward a wicked-looking mountain. As you draw nearer, you see that the trail splits. The main force returned to the near side of the mountain, but a smaller group peeled off to hike around to the eastern face. The scout told you he suspected there was a back door to the Olgok settlement, and you follow the smaller group's trail, hoping he was right. The path narrows as you approach the steep eastern face, winding up to an overlook high above. Peering upward, you make out the faintest glimmer of light, but then a shape blots it out. A body, large and white, tumbles over the rocky ledge like a boulder, slamming against the jutting rocks. A dead Olgok's brawler, just like the ones who attacked Frosthaven, lies at your feet. Judging by its injuries, the rocks weren't its only problem. There's a fight up above. You scramble toward the top, hoping to make it before the battle is through. When you're halfway up, another furry shape appears over the ledge.
More intruders,
She scoffs.
You will never open the sky hole. This place belongs to the ice.
Your shock at the fact that an Olgox just spoke your tongue is quelled as the speaker lifts a huge boulder and hurls it down at you. Time to move.
Oh, time to move, eh? Yes, definitely time to move. Okay, so we have an Olgox Elite. Okay, and then a bunch of other guards, and we got some archers here as well. All right, this is going to be... it's going to be pretty problematic, I think. Pretty problematic. Okay, so let's see what we could do here. So, obviously, if you haven't seen my previous video, then you may not know the basics of the game, but I would recommend you watch the previous video first, and then come back here and watch this one, because then you'll know some more of the basics of how the game actually works, and there will be a link in the description if you want to check that out as well. Otherwise, we are going to be playing, I think, probably Javelin first here, because I want to do some damage. I also want to move, of course. Do we want to move, though? We could just play Reinforcement. That's the funny thing. We could just play Reinforcement. You know what? I am going to just play Reinforcement, I think. I think that's probably going to be the best course of action here. And then we're going to probably move with our Drifter here. That's probably going to be the way to go. I do want to try and inflict as much damage as possible. I'd like crushing weight if I can help it. So, can I... let's see. This is going to be a bit problematic, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a bit problematic. Okay, so we're going to have to do... I think we'll probably have to go... Yeah, we'll do Vile Assault, and then Crushing Weight, Vile Assault, Crushing weight. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, good, good, good. Nice. So, otherwise, what we can now do is we'll probably go with... We want Life and Death, and then we want Shambling Servant. So we'll probably just play Shambling Servant, Life and Death, Return Servant and Life and Death, and we'll play those two. Because what I want to do is, I want to do prevent the next 3 sources of this, and then we are just going to be summoning things. That's it. We're just going to be summoning things over and over again. Obviously, this is going to make her initiative extremely, extremely slow, but obviously, I'm not really utilizing her for direct combat at the moment. So, let's see what we can do here. So, can I actually reach? Yes, I can. I can actually attack here. So, I will do that. Let's try. See if we can do some good damage. Yeah, we got a -1 on that. Ooh, pretty unlucky, pretty unlucky. Okay, Amulet of Life, I don't need to activate that at all, but we can activate Reinforcement. We're going to be putting Reinforcement right there. In my opinion, Reinforcement is an amazing ability, which basically makes it possible for us to completely ignore a little bit of damage from an enemy, because they are going to be attacking someone else. You can also change the animation speed up at the top here, which I personally really, really like. That is a new feature that has just come in as a result of the early access release. Very, very exciting to see that. And we can otherwise, let's just see here. Yeah, I don't want to use the burned ability. I do want to use the burned ability on this one, but not on Vile Assault. So what we'll do is we will move forward here, because I want to protect our BONESHAPER as much as possible. I really do want to do that. There we go. Fantastic. So now we can end the Drifter's turn. Now he's going to be inflicting so much damage. When he eventually melee attacks, he is going to murder things extremely, extremely well. Okay, so here we go. Let's have a look. Okay, yeah, we'll play Leather Armor. We'll play Leather Armor here. Okay, we got a little bit unlucky with that, but that's okay. We're just going to receive some damage. I don't really mind that too much. We can do... okay, yeah. So what we should do now is we should prevent the next 3 sources of damage being done to us here, because she only has 12... Just bear that in mind. She only has 12 HP. It's very little HP. Let's summon the skeleton. There we go. Skeleton only has 6 HP, but there we go. We're going to be receiving some damage. Or we can use Life and Death, and we can remove the damage completely, and there you go. 0 damage taken. That's exactly the reason why I played those cards in the order that I played them. Obviously, I can no longer use that card, so we do have to be a bit careful about how we utilize our skeletons. Hopefully this skeleton isn't going to die immediately. I can only hope that to be the case at least, but you never know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I am actually going to be using Combined Effort here. I think that sounds pretty good. And we're going to be using Combined Effort with Set for the Charge. So we're going to be doing that. Now, we want to try to attack if we can. I think Bloodletting is probably going to be the way to go here. So shall we do Bloodletting with Prudent Preparation? We could do Bloodletting with Prudent Preparation. I think that sounds pretty decent. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty fun. Violent Inheritance is really, really good too. Yeah, we could do Deadly Shot though as well. What about Draining Arrows? Yeah, you know what? We're going to do Draining Arrows first. We'll do Draining Arrows, and then we will do Bloodletting. So what we're going to do is we'll play the bottom option with Draining Arrows, which is movement. So bottom option first, then the top option with Bloodletting, which is going to regain us a usage. So they're both going to regain us a usage, which is absolutely fantastic. So this is going to be good. Let's do that. And then we can now do some more really, really cool things here. Like we can summon some more stuff. Obviously, I'm not entirely sure how to play this character right now, so just bear that in mind. We're going to have to get a bit used to it. And Decaying Will. Okay, yeah, we're probably going to have to do something with this. Transfer of Essence, Eternal Torment. I want to summon another skeleton, so we'll probably use something like that first of all. Ooh. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, let's play a malicious conversion, and then we'll just do something like Damned Horde, or yeah, we'll do Damned Horde or something like that. That sounds pretty cool. Okay, so we're basically going to be all going before the opponent, which is pretty fantastic. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use set for the charge. We're going to move here. I'm hopeful that this will work. And then combined effort. I need to skip the movement. Then combined effort, and then I can basically... Yes, as you can see, this is great. So now, many of the attacks that the Banner Spear has, which is obviously this character right here that I'm using, she actually has, shall we say, situational, positional abilities, which require a friendly unit near to you. So in this case, as you could see, the blue hex is where an ally needs to stand, and that's the reason why the skeleton being there is extremely useful. So we're going to be attacking here. Let's hope... oh yeah, nice, good damage actually. Very, very good damage. I like that. Okay, now we can just end her turn. Now it will be the Drifter's turn, and we can actually do some pretty amazing damage. So we are going to attack probably the Elite, all things considered. We want to try to kill this guy as soon as possible. There we go. He's dead. Wonderful. And we have now... Well, we've now regained one of these, which is fantastic. So we can now regain... Choose an ability card? What? What? Wait a minute. Well, we want to do this one, don't we? Yeah. Yeah, no, that's... What? Ah, wait. Okay. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Both icons were the same, so I was like, oh, what do I do here? No, then I remembered. It's the left one. It's the left one. Okay, so now what we want to do is we obviously want to move forward, right? I want to move forward. I don't want to loot anything, because the Banner Spear has the goal of doing that, doing that first. Never perform a move or ability of an attack with a value less than 4. Ah, yes. Unfortunate for me that our Drifter has already failed his battle goal, but that, as I say, it's a bit of a tough one. Bit of a tough one for me personally. So we're going to move over... I actually don't know whether I should move, to be honest. You know what? We're going to skip the movement. Yeah, we're going to skip the movement, and we're just going to play the ability. Can I not play the ability, actually? No, we can't play the ability, because we're already maxed out by the looks of things. Okay, that's fine. Not a problem. The skeleton is going to be attacking by itself, by the way, which is really, really nice, in my opinion. And we can also move with the BONESHAPER if we want to. But you know what? I'm probably not going to do that. I will just literally continue summoning skeletons here. As you can see, we can now reduce the damage taken from the wonderful buff that we gave ourselves beforehand, and we can even move here as well. I'm probably going to move here just so that our Drifter can move a little bit more freely in the future. The archers are going to be coming into range. They're going to be doing some damage here. Thankfully, they're doing basically nothing, which is very nice. We are unfortunately now immobilized. No! Oh dear, our Drifter is immobilized as well as one of our shambling skeletons. That's not particularly nice of them, is it? Ah yes, our skeletons... This is the reason why the BONESHAPER is an amazing character, because you can summon these shambling skeletons and they will absorb so much damage for you. It's actually staggeringly good. Very, very strong for us to actually have that happening. Okay, so otherwise, what do we want? Well, we cannot move with two of our characters here, so this is going to be a bit problematic. We could do deflecting maneuver here. I think we will do deflecting maneuver. We could do tip of the spear, potentially. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Yeah, we'll do something like this. Sounds pretty good. Then we could do prudent preparation. Yeah. I mean, the question is, I don't really want to burn any cards. That's the funny thing. I want to burn as few cards as I possibly can. Because when you burn a card, it is removed from your deck for the remainder of the battle. And obviously we want to try to use those as many times as we possibly can. I'm thinking right now that we should probably go for sustained momentum. But the problem with sustained momentum, I guess I could use it. Yeah, I guess I could use it because I should use the top and the bottom here. Yeah, that sounds pretty good, actually. That sounds pretty good. Okay, we'll go with that. We don't have any shadow on the field at the moment, as far as I can tell. So we should probably do something about that, shouldn't we? Yes. Grant 3 of your da-da-da. No, we don't have any of that. We don't have any of that. We don't have any of this. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to have to do something about that. So let's try to summon that. So I guess we'll do transfer of essence. And we'll try to... I actually don't really want to do that, to be honest. But the thing is, I want to create the affinity. Or should we say the essence on the field here. Yeah, I want to do that. Okay, so that's what we'll do. I didn't select anything with my other character here for some reason. Why didn't I select something? Okay, weird. I guess we'll do deadly shot. Actually, you know what? Deadly shot isn't even necessary. Prudent preparation, I think, is probably a little bit better. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, so we are just going to attack with sustained momentum. This is going to be a pretty nice attack here. Hopefully it's going to... Oh, no, it didn't kill him, unfortunately. But we are able to recover one of these, which is very nice. So the more damage we can do, the better, of course. And then we'll be playing this, and we're going to be healing ourselves. I'm not going to heal the skeleton, because there is no point in that, in my opinion. I mean, generally, it's obviously good to keep them alive as long as possible, but I think it's probably not necessary in this case. And indeed, let's have a look here. What is this? Shield. Oh, this is a shield right here. A melee shielded character... reduces all incoming melee attacks by X points of damage. Ah, that's actually really, really good. Okay, yeah, we should probably use deflecting maneuver here, though. So let's play Banner of Strength. There we go. Fantastic. Deflecting maneuver, unfortunately, isn't really going to do much here, so I will literally just skip the attack. I didn't actually give myself any movement ability. But I wanted the banner, you know. The banner is very, very strong. We are taking some big damage here. That's okay, though. 5 damage. Don't really mind that too much. We can heal him very, very easily. And again, the banner is going to be taking damage, which is actually hilarious. Okay, select target to attack. We can do the... Look at that. We can literally allow... Wow, this is actually pretty crazy. We can allow the banner to provide strength here. Wow. Yeah, I love the skeletons. The skeletons are so fun. Look at this. Play a summon action on your first turn, have the summon kill at least 6 enemies, and keep it alive for the... keep it alive for the entire quest. That's absolutely impossible for me, probably. Isn't it? I think that might be impossible for me, but I think that's going to be hilarious if we can actually make that happen. Highly, highly unlikely, but, you know, it would be fun if we could make it work. Anyway, let's do a little bit of something here. We could heal... we could heal one of our skeletons. Do we actually want to heal one of the skeletons for 5 HP? I don't think so. I think we're just going to heal the drifter. There we go. We can play this, which is going to mean that we'll take some damage. We are now infusing dark, as you can see here. This is the dark element. And this element is available for use after the current character's turn ends. Does that mean I can't use this? I might be able to summon the Wraith. No, I can summon it. Okay, great. Look at that. I can actually summon it. That's very cool. I thought I'd have to wait, but no. Now, this is going to get burnt, so I will not be able to use the Wraith summon card again in this particular bit of combat, which is obviously sad. Very sad indeed. But, you know, it's just how it goes. So, let's see. Is there anything else I can do here? It's not looking particularly useful, no, but we can try. I'm not a big fan of the positionals and needing allies to actually help you out with the banner spear. I'm not a big fan of that, but, you know, it's just something that I'm going to have to get used to. So let's see. Is there anything else I can do here? We could do continuous health. I personally love continuous health, so I will probably be playing with that. And then we can... What else can we do here? We can do some more healing if we want to. I think maybe we don't have any more of that, though. Eternal Torment. No. I don't think we have any of that, do we? I don't think we have any of that. I mean, it says we have it's waning at the moment. So yeah, it's because we used it just now. So we could do Decaying Will, I guess. Yeah, actually. No, we can't do that. We can do Eternal Torment. Yeah, so we'll do probably this and then Eternal Torment. I think that sounds pretty good. Because then we can actually get our people to move relatively quickly. Bear in mind, he is actually getting Retaliate on him, which is not very nice. Wow. Big damage being done. Unfortunately, as I said, he has Retaliate, which is making things very, very uncomfortable. The Wraith is going to be attacking here. It has a ranged attack, and they attack automatically, by the way, which I really love. I am a huge fan of basically any NPC that actually attacks by themselves. I think that is really, really fun. Okay, so wait a minute. What's going on here? Okay, so we can now move. Can we? Yeah, we can now move slightly. Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, and then we can use this, I suppose. Okay, let's do that. Only one of them? Okay. Yeah, there we go. Move into range. There we go. Nice. Okay, that's fantastic. Now we can actually use this as well. Can we? Oh. Yeah, we might be able to do something here. Okay, here we go. Curse. What does the curse actually do, though? Oh, look at that damage. Wow, that actually did a lot of damage here. I'm surprised. Okay, wait. Here we go. We can actually attack. Let's attack here. We got a ×2 bonus. Boom, instant kill right there. That is insane. This skeleton is actually murdering everything in sight. And we are now infusing dark magic once again. So if we do want to use dark magic more, we can. It is a possibility. Okay. Well, what do we want to do now? Because the thing is, we can... yeah, we can't really do much about that. We could try to provide everyone with movement. Yeah, I guess the Wraith. I can only give 2 people. Yeah, I'll just do the Wraith then. And we'll just move over here. There we go. She should be able to attack from there, or at least I hope so, right? She can move again if she wants to. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. Yes, we're going to move someone else. We'll move the Drifter as well, I guess. Let's move him over there. Skip the movement. There we are. Okay, so unfortunately I can't do anything with the pincer movement here, unfortunately. It would have been really, really cool if we could have, but yeah, I was kind of hoping that we'd gain some movement as well, but I think I actually just misinterpreted what it actually meant, and I think I should have probably given myself some movement. That probably would have helped us, but it's okay, you know, it's fine. So what we're going to do is we will use this, because that's going to provide me with exceptional healing. It is going to burn the card though, of course, and we're going to use Deadly Shot here on this guy. We're going to get very little damage out of this, unfortunately, but we are inflicting poison on the guy, which is actually really nice. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, he did 0 damage. That's absolutely fantastic. Love that. Okay, we're not going to do a short rest. We're going to do a long rest here. And then we will, let me see. Is there any way that I can actually move up to this guy without actually losing all of this? Yeah, unbreakable. Okay, we're going to do that. There we go. And I actually don't even know what else I should really take here, to be honest. I think Decaying Will sounds pretty cool, but there's not much else I can do here. I can try to heal people. I guess that sounds pretty decent. So let's do Fell Remedy, the second option, and then we'll do Decaying Will, but I'm very far away. I don't think I'm going to be able to even reach anyone. So that's a bit of an issue, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I guess we'll just play this. I think that sounds good. I mean, we're going to be doing a full rest with a lot of our people anyway. Please don't kill this. Okay, there we go. He actually managed to live. The Wraith is attacking once again. Very nice. 2 damage for free. Basically for free right there. Very, very cool. I like that a great deal. Okay, so let's move over here. And skip the movement. And then we can use Fell Remedy. I'm going to heal this skeleton. We can consume Dark to heal for another 2 HP. Which is actually fantastic. So let's do it. Can I heal both? Can I actually heal both here? I might be able to. No, just one. Okay, that's fine. I was thinking to myself, oh, am I going to get amazing value from this? No. But it is actually very good, because now he's back up to 5 HP. Very nice. I like it. Okay, so let's move here. There we go. And we are just going to do this. Regain this. Can I regain some of my abilities? It doesn't seem like I can actually do that at the moment, so I will just skip it. There we go. We will just skip it. That sounds fine. Okay, so long rest. We'll perform the long rest. That means that we recover every single one of our cards, which is really, really nice. And there you go. Now she's ready for battle. Basically ready for battle, at least. And what we're going to do is we will probably just play something like Tip of the Spear and probably Unbreakable Wall or whatever. I don't really want to play anything that's super, super valuable for us at the moment. And this guy's going to die next turn, so I think I can probably do a long rest with our Drifter here. And we can probably do a long rest with our BONESHAPER as well. I think that sounds like a good idea. Because this guy is going to die from the skeletons or the Wraith or something along those lines, so we shouldn't have to worry too much. Let's just hope that he doesn't actually kill one of our skeletons. No, he's actually doing some damage to the Drifter, which is a huge waste of his time, actually. And you'll see exactly why that is. And then we will basically just move here. Confirm this movement. I want her to pick up that, that loot bag, you see. I want her to try and pick up as much loot as possible, because we are actually going to need some, hilariously enough, because we didn't pick up any loot in the previous episode, very, very little at the very least. So, yes, choose to move the summoned ally towards its summoner. Why do I want to do that? I wouldn't want to do that. Okay, yeah, well, that's fine. Long rest, there we go. That's fine. Just going to get the cards back, another long rest. He's also going to be gaining health from that as well, by the way. That's the reason why continuous healing is so... or continuous health is so extremely powerful. And we can now move once again. So we're going to move one more. We'll probably just play... yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. It doesn't really matter what we take here. Yeah, okay. So now we can continue to move forward. So what we'll do is we'll play Draining Arrows, and then we'll play something like... I guess Deadly Shot might be the way to go, because we're going to be going through here. Ah, there are 2 extra rooms. Okay, so we are probably going to be fighting some more people in here, and then we're going to fight more people in here. So that will be the final area for us to deal with stuff. So the question is there something that I can... I guess I should just use Prudent Preparation and Draining Arrows together, and that's what I should be doing. We could also summon more Shambling Skeletons if we want to, by the way. Can we? I think we can. Can we? No. No, we can't. We already have those summoned. Okay, I was thinking that we could just repeat it over and over. That would be so extremely strong, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'd be way too powerful. Okay, well, the question is there a way for me to actually move her? Yes, I can use Dark Tidings, and then we can use Malicious Conversion. Yeah, actually, Malicious Conversion could be used as a movement, so I think we'll probably just do that. We'll use that as a movement, and then we could try to heal our skeleton. Heal that one skeleton over there. Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. So, let's move over here, open the door,
Dodging boulders on the side of a mountain wasn't quite how you imagined spending the morning, but you make it to the overlook without getting crushed. However, just before you pull yourself over the final ledge, a voice carries over the wind, stopping you.
Foul ice pizzles!
It shouts in a deep, commanding cry.
You're nothing but petty blasphemers twiddling in your caves.
You make it over the ledge and see the owner of the voice pinned between two boulders. She's clearly an Ulgox, but she's dressed much differently from the brutes who were just hurling boulders at you. Larger than her male opponents, she wears ornate battle garb that marks her as a prominent member of a different faction. She turns to you with snarling hatred, but softens when she realizes you're not friends of her enemies.
Quickly then, warm bloods, help me fight these dirt lovers. Aid me, and I swear to aid you.
Her hand, though pinned, glows with a crackling blue energy.
Oh, okay, that's very cool. There she is. There she is right there. Okay, she's a priest. She's a priest. Okay, so there's a scout elite here and a bunch of other archer elites as well. Okay, so we are going to have to do something about that. We need to get over here. Prudent preparation. We're going to use that on our guy. There we go. We've got some retaliation happening as well. Unfortunately for me, we're not going to be able to get into range that easily. Hopefully the priest is not going to be killed. I'm hopeful that she won't be killed, because this would be very bad if she was. Let's try to move. I can try to go here. I can't even move there, can I? No, I can move here. That is very limited, unfortunately. Yes, not great. Okay, we can play Transfer of Essence in just a moment as well, but what does this actually do? I guess I could just try to heal. It's actually strengthen. This is strengthening. I'm not sure how much that's really going to help someone that has literal 1 HP, but yeah, I guess we'll do it. Select target for poison? Well, I can't select anyone at the moment, so we're going to have to skip that, unfortunately. There we go. Okay, we can just hope that these guys are not going to immediately kill everyone that we like. Okay. Leather armor. That's going to be doing no damage. Very nice. Yes, yes. I don't mind taking 3 damage. As I've said, continuous health is insanely good. So I really don't even worry about the Drifter at all. The Drifter should be completely fine to just take whatever damage he needs to take, and then we're going to be fine otherwise. So we're just going to continue moving, because I want her to try and pick up as much stuff as possible. There we go. She looted 2 things. Very nice. And we can then play this, and we can heal that skeleton over there, which I think seems pretty good. I think that seems like a pretty cool idea, considering we're going to receive a little bit of damage as a result of that action, but that's okay too. And now we can try to move a little bit closer, and then we can use Javelin. I think that sounds fun. And then the Drifter can also do some damage too. Okay, so Violent Inheritance, we could do that. I really want to make him move over to where the ability, well, to where these two are, and then try to murder. Unfortunately, this is going to burn that card. It's going to burn the card. I don't really want to do that. So if I can prevent that from happening, I think what we'll do is we'll use Deadly Shot movement and then use Bloodletting like we did before. I think that sounds like the best Vile Assault we could do. That's only 2 spaces though. I need to move faster than that. So we're going to have to do something like this instead. Yes, I think that sounds good. Okay. Let's see. Command the Wretched. That's a burn. I don't really want to burn anything. We want to do Dark Tidings. And then heal someone, I guess. We could do that. Yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do. We'll do Dark Tidings, and then we might do something like Command the Wretched. No, we can't actually do that. Never mind. Yeah, no, this is a very it's not that complex of a character, but some of these other abilities, not the summons, because the summons are a little bit easier to understand for me. Yeah, we'll just probably go for Fell Remedy or something like that. I don't know. I'm a little bit confused by that stuff, but that's okay. We can learn it eventually. And now we can move over here. I think we're just going to go over to that loot bag. Unfortunately, my javelin ability isn't going to be used here this time, which is just how things are going to have to be. But we'll just continue looting stuff. Here we go. Okay, so do we want to move over there, or do we want to kill this guy? I think probably what we'll do is we will move over there. And we'll use bloodletting in just a moment. We'll use bloodletting and try to kill one of these. There we go. He's dead instantaneously. Very, very nice. And then we can actually upgrade one of these things. So we'll probably just upgrade... probably crushing weight. I don't think I'm going to need that much continuous health. Maybe. I'm actually not too sure about that, to be honest. Maybe it is going to be useful. But the Shambling Skeleton is now going to get into range here, and we're actually going to start doing some damage. The Wraith might do some damage too. No, it seems like we were a little bit unfortunate there, but that's okay, I guess. Dark Tidings, Fell Remedy. We could potentially heal with Fell Remedy, but no one can actually do that. I can heal this skeleton here, I suppose, which might make sense considering. The Scout Elite is going to be moving away, doing no damage. Basically 1 damage to the skeleton. Absolutely perfect. Very nice. Yeah, we're taking 5 damage there. Again, as I said to you before, the Drifter, it doesn't matter whether he takes damage. It really does not matter at all whether he takes damage. He's going to be exceptionally difficult to kill in almost every single way. We're going to be moving with combined effort there. This guy... Yeah, as you can see, watch this. Okay, watch this. We are going to have an absolutely hilarious time here. So, we're going to use Vile Assault, and we're going to move 2 spaces, and then we're going to be attacking with Violent Inheritance, I guess, or something, or Sustained Momentum. Yeah, Sustained Momentum sounds pretty good. So we'll do something like that. Then, well, none of this stuff is actually going to help me that much, unfortunately. We could do Flow of the Black River. Move a little bit. And then do... Yeah, that's not going to really work. We could do... Decaying Will, I suppose. Yeah. Maybe. I guess it's gonna work, right? I guess it's gonna work. Okay, so she's doing a little bit of damage right there. I guess that's pretty nice. Okay, so we are obviously gonna be moving here. Get that loot. We don't need to do anything with that. Let's skip the attack. Don't need to do anything with that either. Then we can pick up that loot. Very nice. 2 hides. Taking a little bit of damage, but as I said, we do not need to worry about the Drifter in the least. Look at my skeleton! My skeleton's doing so much damage! I am exceptionally pleased with them right now. Okay, so let's move. We're going to move over here. Then we can actually use one of our mind control abilities to move the skeleton as well, so we can literally have the skeleton move as well if we want to. I think we're going to just move him there. There we go. And then we can... provide... Oh yeah. This thing is going to die. Boom. Instant kill. Very nice. And now it's the Drifter's turn. So this is hilarious, okay? Because now watch what is going to happen here. This is crazy good. So we are going to move probably here. We're going to heal for 4 because of continuous health, right? And then I'm going to use Amulet of Life, and I'm going to heal for 3 because of continuous health. Because continuous health gives us +2, and Amulet of Life gives us only 1. So you just have to bear that in mind. It is insanely strong. Unfortunately, his attack was not very successful this time around, but that's, you know, that's just how things go. So we're just going to try to regain a couple of uses of those things. And yeah... Full rest, long rest for pretty much everyone, with the exception of our Drifter here, who will be finishing off this guy, or at least hopefully finishing him off. Let's see what happens. Yep, taking a little bit of damage here. Again, not a problem. Not an issue in any way. He's put up a trap there as well, which is somewhat problematic. The priest is actually healing us, which is really, really nice of her. Okay, so we'll do this. Move there. And then we will skip the movement. We'll replenish another one of these, which is exactly the reason why I personally love the Drifter. I think the Drifter has the most synergy out of every single character in the game so far that I've tried. Obviously, there are a number of others that I have not tried at all, and they may have even more synergy. So there is that to consider. So we can loot some stuff. Got some metal there. End the turn. Shambling skeletons are obviously making their way up. And the BONESHAPER, well, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to really be able to do much here. I think... Is he actually? No, he's not even close enough, unfortunately. So that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yes, I think I'm probably just going to do this and loot. Just going to loot that thing there. There you go. Loot that. 1 lumber. Skip the ability. No real point. We're going to do the long rest. Get our cards back. And there we have it. Nice. Okay, look at that. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so let's see. Tip of the spear. We'll probably do that. Yeah, we'll do tip of the spear just to move upward as fast as we can. And then we're probably going to do a long rest here. I don't see a point in using either of these, so we'll do a long rest. We'll do another long rest here, and there we have it. This guy's going to be dead in just a second as well, so we don't really need to worry about him too much. Okay, yeah, so we will use tip of the spear to kind of catch up a bit. We've looted everything that we can in this area as well, which is really nice, and we'll just skip that. Okay, so the priest is yet again going to be healing us, which is absolutely insane. I hope that she doesn't die. Who will you choose whether to oh, wait. Drifter. Take damage. There we go. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Yes, take damage. Yes, continue to take damage. That's absolutely fine. Not a problem, not a problem. Okay, skeleton. Yes, there we go. The skeleton doing the damage. We like it. Yes, absolutely perfect. Okay. Long rest. This is actually perfect for him as well, because him being able to long rest in this situation, he literally just gains back all of his HP potentially. He can also use another charge of his life amulets as well at the same time if he wanted to, which is just crazy. Okay, so do we? Yeah, we want to do. We'll probably do regroup. I think we'll probably do regroup. And then we'll do combined effort or something like that. I think that sounds decent. And then we can actually move in over here if we want to as well. I think I will use draining arrows. Prudent preparation might actually be the way to go here as well, to be honest. And apart from that, well, I'm not sure if I really want to do anything else, to be honest. Dark Tidings, I guess, is kind of decent. And then we can probably heal one of our skeletons. Okay, so we're gonna move. We're gonna open the door.
Finally, you make it inside the mountain, but your victory is short-lived. Just past the cave opening huddles another group of defenders, muscle-bound Olgoks with icy fists. They've gathered in a circle, positioned like a lord's private guard around some person of value, except all they seem to be protecting is an ice-covered gap in the floor.
They guard the Sky Hall.
Your Olgok's companion whispers.
We must break through that barrier if we are to end this fight.
The guards, noticing your approach, turn and shout.
You cannot pass, intruders. The Sky Hall is closed to your kind.
They move quickly, uncrossing their arms and stepping forward. Your body is worn, and your lungs still burn from the climb, while these guards are fresh to the battle, wholly rested and prepared to brawl. But it matters little. There is no other way forward.
Oh, alright. Okay, well, I'm very, very prepared here. Let's do this. I'm obviously going to try to tank as much damage as possible. Let's see what we've got going on here. We don't seem to have any elites. No, there doesn't seem to be any elites whatsoever. Okay, that's interesting. Wait. Oh, no, there is one. Okay, there is one. Alright, well, I'm prepared. I am very, very ready here. Let's try to use... we're going to try to use this... I'm gonna try to... yeah. Use this, I think. And then we can maybe move them. Can we move them over there? No, is it only one person that I can do? Yeah, I can only move one person. That's fine, though. We'll just move the Wraith over there. That sounds pretty good. And then we can maybe move one of the skeletons as well. There we go. Yes, perfect. And then we can do regroup. And I'm going to be healing the Orgox Priest. There we go. Perfect. Don't want her to die, of course. Shambling Skeletons are going to go forward. Very nice. We want all of our summons to get in there as best as we can. Let's move over here with our BONESHAPER, and then we're going to heal with Flow of the Black River. I actually... oh, is that a self-heal? Ah. I think that's a self-heal. Whoops. Okay, did not realize that. I thought that that was actually a heal that I could target on people, but apparently not. Okay, good to know. That's fine. Hopefully the priest will actually heal our skeleton or something like that. Yeah, let's just continue onward. See how much damage. Wow, 1 damage? Really? 1 damage? Okay. That's fine. Wow, okay, these guys, they don't know. They don't know what's up, apparently. They are doing very, very little damage. Basically 0 damage here across the board, pretty much to everyone. And very interesting, actually, to see that. Okay, we'll probably just play... set for the charge, Javelin, I guess. I think that sounds pretty cool. Then we'll do probably, I'm gonna say Vile Assault right here. We'll move 1, 2 up here, kill this guy, or try to kill that guy. Then we'll probably just do Bloodletting like we normally do. I think that those are 2 of my favorite cards that the Drifter has available. I think they're so good. And then we could otherwise... well, what else can we do here, actually? I still don't understand really how to play this character, so I do apologize. But we'll see. Maybe it's actually going to work out quite well here for us. Okay, let's do something like that. Maybe we'll get lucky. Alright, so we can now move here. Unfortunately, we can only move there. Okay, I guess I will just pick up this then. I'll just pick up the loot. I'll just pick up the loot, yeah. That seems to be the Banner Spear's purpose in this particular battle, doesn't it? Yes. Yeah, well, we have a lot of summons right here, and the summons are actually making a pretty significant difference, so I think we can be pretty happy with that. Let's move there. And then, can we actually do anything with this? Ah, yeah, we can actually attack. It's not going to do much. Yeah, it's going to do 0, actually. But it did do some debuff. Yes, it's poison. Ah, very nice. Okay, so we did actually poison that guy. Well, that's good enough then, because I'm actually going to be attacking that fellow in just a moment. So, let's do it. There we go. Going to heal ourselves. Let's use Bloodletting. Big damage right here. Very nice. Look at that. He's only got 2 HP remaining. Kind of hoping that the poison or whatever is going to finish him off now. Maybe it will. Maybe we'll get lucky. Wow. Yeah, that's some big damage. But again, 6 damage is not enough for the Drifter to even be put in danger at this point. Another 6 damage. All right. Okay. Wow. They're actually seemingly doing quite a lot here. That's fine, though. That is still actually fine, surprisingly enough. Okay, we'll use this. We'll use pincer movement. We'll see. Is there something that I can do here to heal myself? No, not really. Yeah, we're going to have to use... we're going to have to actually go for something a bit more... Well, yeah, might be a problem. Might be a problem. We're going to go for Deadly Shot. And then we will go for Sustained Momentum. Yeah, that sounds good. Then we'll go with Fell Remedy. And we'll probably go for Command the Wretched or something like that. I think that sounds good. Okay, healing the priest. Okay, for some reason healing herself. Not sure why she's doing that. Oh, good damage, good damage. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with that. Not much damage being done to the skeleton. More damage being done to the skeleton. Good. Little bit of damage coming up here to our drifter. Not a terribly big fan of that, but we will take the damage. Okay, yeah, that's actually fine. I'm actually fine. I'm still fine. The drifter is still completely 100% fine here. We don't have to worry. The Wraith did 0 damage here, unfortunately. Not particularly pleased with that, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Now we can use Fell Remedy. Unfortunately, we're not close enough. Yeah, we're not close enough. We're gonna have to... that's gonna be a problem, isn't it? Yeah, we're gonna have to do... Actually, we could do this. Attack here. Oh, he's impaired? Oh, he does 0 damage. Ah. Yeah, that obviously helps, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, we'll just heal that. Yeah, this might be a problem now. Yeah, we're gonna have to choose one of the cards to avoid the damage. So we're gonna have to choose this one. Okay. So now this is where things are going to get a little bit dicey, because I'm going to have to move him back. I did not want to do this, because I actually thought that he'd be able to stay in there, but unfortunately this is sometimes just what happens. But it's okay. We're fine, you know? We are absolutely 100% fine. We'll do Crushing Weight, I guess. And then we can end his turn. And now we can Tranquil Shoes. Heal? Can I not heal that guy? Apparently I can't. Okay, yeah, now we can actually heal someone. So we can now heal this guy, which is nice. And we can even heal that one as well. Can we not heal him? For some reason, it doesn't show that I can actually heal him. Is he cursed or something like that? I think he might be cursed. Yeah, I think that might be the case. That's actually really bad. Well, I think we'll probably still be okay. But him being this damaged is not good, considering the Drifter is basically one of my best characters. Someone that I really, really love using. So, unfortunate for me that he is having so many problems. I am thinking right now that I will move him away yet again. And we will move him away like that. There we go. And then we will do a... Can we do a transfer of essence? Yes, we can. Okay, so we will do that. Let's just hope they don't try to attack him, right? Oh, nice heal. Thank you. Thank you. The priest actually healed us. Very nice. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. Thank you very much. Now, this skeleton's going to be doing some pretty big damage. We like it. The Wraith will probably be doing some good damage too. Good. Yes, that is what we like to see. Now we can actually heal. The debuff has now gone, which is nice. Going to be taking a little bit of damage there as a result. And we're going to be taking a little bit here. Curse that guy. Is he going to die from that? Kind of hoping he will. There we go. Yes. Yes. Absolutely perfect. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yeah, no, this is fine now. This is fine. We are actually okay here. So I'm going to move him back in. I know that sounds maybe a bit stupid, but I'm actually going to move him back in. And we'll get continuous health. We'll use this. We'll get another crushing weight. There we go. And then we will use Amulet of Life, which is once again going to heal him for 3. So he's back up to 12, which is wonderful. And then if they do end up doing like 6 damage or whatever to him, then I will do what I can to prevent that from happening, obviously, this time. Because beforehand I was thinking to myself, oh no, we're going to be fine, you know. But yeah, clearly we're not going to be able to eliminate them that easily, which is somewhat unfortunate. Okay, this is maybe not far, what shall we say, not close enough, but let's just see what happens. Okay, we're going to have to go for a long rest here. Long rest here. Hopefully my minions will be able to do some damage in the meantime. Let's move here. Do we have the ability to use Javelin? Yes. Nice. Okay. Let's hope that... yeah, there we go. There we go. Nice. Good damage. Good damage. That's what we like to see. Thank you very much. The Banner Spear finally doing some damage here. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have the Banner Spear take some damage this time. There we go. Okay, yeah, we're going to have 0 damage being done here. That's good. Another 0 damage being done. Perfect, perfect. Absolutely wonderful. We are getting very lucky here with the dice rolls. And the priest is actually doing some really nice damage too. Skeleton, yes, get that kill. Get that kill. Thank you. And okay, here we go. Long rest. Good. Another long rest. Look at him. He's back up to full HP, and he can also use the life amulet again. Look at that. He's at 19 HP. This is exactly the reason why I said to you, the Drifter is so extremely strong, just because he's capable of doing these kinds of things. It's really, really fun. Okay, so yeah, apart from that, we can probably now do my standard, which is Vile Assault Bloodletting. So I will do that. Then we could do Fell Remedy and Malicious Conversion, potentially, if we want to. So yeah, we're gonna move over here, I guess. I mean, I can't really do much with that. We can move this one and move him there. Nice, nice, nice. We can actually get the Drifter to move as well if we want to. So let's move him over there. Perfect. Very nice. Yeah. The attack is not going to do anything, of course. Okay, nice heal. And then we can do literally whatever we want at this point. I can literally just go ahead and attack with Bloodletting. Probably kill this guy straight up if we get lucky, which we didn't. But that's okay. We don't really have to worry about that. Now we can just move over here. Do a little bit of extra something. Heal ourselves a bit more. Skeleton going to be doing some pretty nice damage. Just, I mean, 2 damage here and there. It makes a difference, you know. It's actually quite staggering how much it really helps. We can move our Boneshaper here now. And then we can use Fell Remedy. And the funny thing is, no one needs any healing now, right? Before they needed healing, but now they don't. It's wonderful. Alright. So this guy is literally the only one left. And this is... well, this is it's pretty pathetic for him to try that now, but, you know, that's what he's going to try, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so we will then basically... I'm not even entirely sure what else I can go for here. Violent Inheritance, I think I will probably do. And otherwise, I guess Draining Arrows. There we go. I think that sounds good. We'll go for that. And now, let's see. Skeleton doing 2 damage. The Wraith will do at least 2. There we go. Very nice. And then we can literally just move like this. And we can even tell one of our people to move as well, if we want to. There's a treasure chest over there. That's cool. Yeah, I I actually don't even know what I should really do here, because her moving makes no sense, because I'm going to use Violent Inheritance in just a second, so I guess we could just attack with this. There we go. End the turn. Now we can use Violent Inheritance, and we're going to skip attack, but we are going to confirm the action to loot, because he's going to loot all 4 things, which is exceptionally good. And then we can also go over to the chest here as well, and we're going to loot that. Treasure chest found. And we got some gold and lumber and arrow vine and all this wonderful stuff. And yeah, otherwise, well, I don't actually know what else we can even do here. What are we supposed to do? Just go and kill that that barrier over there, I suppose? I assume? Yeah, I guess so. No one needs any healing, so I will just skip that. And there we have it. Yeah, that's going to be a victory for us. Absolutely fantastic. Did a very nice job, if I do say so myself. I was actually really worried for a second there. You know, as you know, I was very worried there. We'll go for sustained momentum here as well. There we go. Okay, yeah, so sustained momentum. We'll just use this to move over here. And then sustained momentum will deal with this. There it is! The ice sheet has now been destroyed. The Algox priest lived as well. Very, very nicely indeed. And as you can see, we gained experience for all of our people. And yeah, a couple of extra things going on there. So you can see that we have 100 gold in your possession. We did the egoist thing. We did the assistant thing as well, as you can see right there. So they actually gained some additional perk marks, which is really nice. And now we can head back to the outpost.
The ice barrier shatters with a great ear-splitting crack, and you look down through the hole to a chamber far below. A stone floor covered in strange runic symbols and a spiral of pedestals radiating out from its center. Sky Hall, it would seem. However, it's much too far to simply jump.
Ha! Finally it's open.
You turn to see the Algox you rescued staring forward. She lifts her gnarled staff and nods with a confident, satisfied frown.
Those foul ice speakers cannot hope to keep this mountain now.
She bends down and grabs a handful of snow, testing it between her fingers. Satisfied, she brings it to her face and whispers. The white powder flies from her hand and swirls around her, whirling like a miniature storm. The snow lifts her off the ground and carries her gently down through the hole.
Are you coming?
The Algox calls to you from below.
Plenty more ice speakers to kill.
On cue, the snow around you swirls into a great eddy of white and lifts you like a leaf, carrying you down through the opening just like the Algox. As you float down, you get a grand view of the majestic open cavern that must be the Sky Hall. It is a circular layout of stone seats with a raised platform in the center that holds an ornate altar. The priest is doing something at the altar, perhaps praying when you land, but she quickly turns and introduces herself as Lamprel, explaining the situation. According to her, this mountain, Snowscorn, is a site of great religious significance to all Algox. However, the clans in the area are divided into 2 rival factions who disagree violently over how to communicate with their god. The Snow Speakers, led by the priest in front of you, believe their god speaks to them through the snow falling from the heavens, while the Ice Speakers, or Dirt Lovers, claim to commune with divinity through the ice that emerges from the ground below. Currently, the Ice Speakers inhabit the mountain, but when their war party went out to attack Frosthaven and returned battle-weary, the Snow Speakers used the opening to launch an attack of their own.
But there is no more time for speech. The battle must be raging in the mountain's heart. So if you want my help, we must head there with all haste,
she says decisively. With that, the Snowspeaker chieftain turns and moves to a tunnel leading deeper into the mountain. You're not sure which side you should take here, but you know this information is valuable. If you can help turn the tide in the Snowspeaker's favor, you might be able to broker a truce with the victors. You follow the shaman deeper into the mountain, wondering whether this is what Sather had in mind.
And we are now about to enter yet another battle. But we're going to be leaving that for the next episode. I thank you very much for watching. Check out Frosthaven through the link in the description. And I'll see you next time.